Hi everybody, my name's Claire. I work for Relate Derby and Southern Derbyshire, and as it's Christmas we're doing extra work for fundraising. The kind of things that we're doing are different this year because we're having to do it remotely. So we're doing all sorts of kind of festive things that people can do in their own home and do safely. So people could support us by going to Amazon Smile. I have spent so much money on Amazon, and each time a little percentage goes towards Relate Derby, so people can find out about that. People might want to do dinner in a bubble and ask their guests for donations towards our work. People could do a festive bake-off. Um, People could perhaps give up alcohol, or maybe after Christmas, if anybody's trying to do something healthier, they could do some kind of sponsorship and help support us that way. People might want to do a festive quiz. Zoom quizzes are everywhere again. Or even, like me, if you're not spending as much money on the things that you would do if you were driving to work, maybe you're not spending so much money on coffee, people might want to donate that money to help us instead. Or instead of sending Christmas cards, people might give a donation. I do that every year. Rather than spend money on cards and stamps, I give the money to a charity like us. So there's lots of things that people can do that would help us. And I think we desperately want to raise extra money to help support people who we know we can help, but perhaps can't afford it themselves. So, some people are in a position where they can afford counselling, and not everybody can. So one way of us helping make everything available is to top that up with a bursary fund. And if we can raise money, then we can offer bursaries to people. And lots of our work is confidential, but we know that it makes a huge difference. So I was talking to one of our counsellors who told me about a client she was working with. This is a gentleman with autism. And he said that this was the first time in his life that he really felt he'd been listened to. And our counsellor was the first person he'd opened up to. So he has a family, he has a wife and children. He found it a really valuable experience, and it helped him make meaning of his life. And sometimes it takes an expert professional outside of the family to be able to do that. The same counsellor was telling me about a couple that came to them and they wanted help to decide whether to have a family. It was a really tough conversation for them, but a counsellor had helped them come to that really important decision, and they went away knowing that they'd found the right plan for their family. And then some of the children that we work with and some of the families, we had a family that came to us, and the family relationships had broken down completely. The first few sessions of family therapy were really angry, really bitter, really, really acrimonious. And our counsellor then worked with the young woman, the daughter, who had a mental health condition, so she was getting help and support for that. And our counsellor worked with her, listened to her, didn't judge her, helped give her some skills and tools to say what she really wanted to say to the family. And when they came back again, it was life-changing, really. That counsellor had helped the family talk to each other again and understand each other and communicate. And they also said it was life-changing. So if you can help us in any little way, that's the kind of thing that your support helps pay for.